Good morning, children. Hope you are all doing well. Happy with your families, enjoying your summer vacation, I guess. Okay, now this is the season for the mangoes, you all know, and everybody likes to have a yummy mango. When your father gets a mango from the market, what you will do? You will look for the biggest mango, yellowish mango, which smells very sweet. Okay, you choose from the basket of mangoes whatever your father brought. In that, you just look for the best one. What do you mean that best one to be the pure one? I guess if it is small in size, some or the other it is quality, you look for that. Okay, and what you do, you will try to wash it and then you are going to have it. Okay, anyways, like that, when your father is picking the same mangoes, okay, the fruit vendor might have a variety of fruits. When he has to pick mangoes, he will be picking only mangoes. He will see that no other fruit is going to get mixed with us. That means all mangoes are in his container or the cover or the packet what he is going to buy. That means exclusively or purely what fruits your father has bought is mangoes. Okay, like that only. Matter in the atmosphere or the matter around us, what we have discussed, if it is only in its that particular material, if it is in only its pure state, then the matter is said to be pure. Okay, now we are going to learn about the same content. Is matter around us pure? Whether all the matter around us is pure or not. If it is not pure, then how we have to extract the pure substance from it? What are the techniques involved? Okay, about all that we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, let us look for the topics what we are going to deal in this chapter. The topics to be discussed in this chapter are matter, forms of matter, nature of matter or substances, mixtures, elements, compounds, homogeneous mixtures, heterogeneous mixtures, solution, separation techniques, physical and chemical changes. Let's learn about what matter is first. Okay, matter. As I have already explained you all the definition of matter, let us look into it in a detailed way in this lesson. Everything that is found in this universe is made up of some materials. Scientists, they have named them as the matter. For example, the food we are going to eat, the air we are breathing, the stones, clouds, stars, plants, animals, water, dust, everything is being categorized under the matter. Except us, everything in the all things around us in this atmosphere are matter. Okay. Now, matter is something that has weight, and because of its weight it is going to occupy some space, and matter is made up of small particles. Those are called atoms, and the weight is due to the presence of the particles. Children, hope you understood the definition of the matter. Let's move on to the next topic, that is forms of the matter. Forms of matter, as you have learned the forms of matter to be three. One is solid, liquid and gas. Apart from this, two more states of matter you have. One is Bose-Einstein matter and sol-gel matter. Okay, about that you are going to learn in your class 10. Anyways, now coming to the solids, liquids and gases. These are the three forms of matter. Each form of matter is made up of particles, but the arrangement of the particles is different from one another, which we have discussed in the first chapter. Okay, now this solid, if it is getting converted into liquid, the process is called melting. And if the liquid is getting converted into solid, that particular process is called freezing. These both processes are opposite to each other. Liquid getting converted into gaseous substance or gaseous particles is called evaporation, and same gaseous particles getting interconverted into liquid state is called condensation. The same way, solid directly getting converted into gas without undergoing liquid phase, that process is called sublimation, and gases getting directly converted into solid, that is called deposition. This is nothing but, we have seen in an example, when salt got mixed with the camphor, okay, when we heat it, what happened? Solid got converted into gas, that is camphor got converted into gas and got deposited on the funnel. Once it is deposition process. Okay, now let's move on to the nature of the particles or the nature of the matter. Particles of matter are very small. Normally they are not visible to our naked eye. They are so small that we cannot see with our normal eye. Particles of matter, what will happen to them? They will keep on moving, okay, and for to do any work we need energy. For these particles to move continuously, they require an energy called kinetic energy. Any moving object, which whatever energy possessed by an moving object, that particular energy is called as kinetic energy. If the object is in rest position, still it possesses some energy to remain its position. That energy is called potential energy, about which you are going to learn in the chapter laws of motion and motion chapter in detail, children, but just have a knowledge of kinetic energy. Now kinetic energy of the particles directly depends on the temperature, children. If the temperature is more, the kinetic energy will be more. If the temperature is less, the kinetic energy is going to be less. Like that we are going to look for it, okay. And the speed of the movement of the particles also, if temperature is more, if energy will be more and the particles will be moving very fastly. If temperature is less, kinetic energy will be less and the particles are also going to move very slowly, okay. For that example, you can take normal water, chilled water and hot water. In all the three things, try to dissolve the salt. You will see the solubility rate will be more in the hot water because the temperature is more, followed by the normal water, little less temperature, and chilled water where the temperature is very low. That gives you a clarity of the particles relation of the temperature with the kinetic energy. The particles of matter have attracting force, therefore they are going to attract each other, and that makes the particles to stay in one particular area, or they are remaining together. However, if they are attracting each other also, that differs from one matter to the other matter. As it is in case of solids, the force of attraction will be more because the particles are arranged very closely to each other. If it comes to the liquids, the particles will have less force of attraction because the particles are arranged, they are loosely packed. When it comes to the particles of matter in gases, since they are very loosely packed, the force of attraction is going to be very less. Now we will proceed on to the next concept, that is